Hello everybody, this is Hybrid, and as you notice, this is the one panel review I'll be doing today. And this comic is Minimum Carnage Alpha. So it's the beginning of the crossover between Agent Venom, aka Flash Thompson, and Scarlet Spider, aka Kane Parker, or the Peter Parker clone that used to be kind of messed up in the face, but after Spider Island is now healed. Like, he's pretty much the best thing that came out of Spider Island. But essentially, obviously Carnage is the villain, and let's dive into the comic really quick. So it starts off with Venom, and he with a group of soldiers are basically investigating what seems to be a prison breakout. Now, the prisoner that escaped is Carnage. We now go to a road, and we basically see the policemen who are stopping drivers and seeing if any of them are Cletus Cassidy. Turns out one of them ends up being him, but he is killed by a seemingly unknown foe. We learn that the foe is actually visible, and he's a kind of microscopic creature. And then we go to Flash, who learns that essentially creatures like these have appeared before in Texas. More specifically, Houston, Texas, which happens to be where Scarlet Spider is. So now we go to Scarlet Spider, and he is going to rescue somebody from a fire. Obviously, this fire, it was planned out pretty well because there's a lot of blood and death and all this other thing. Basically, a lot of things regarding that is there. Scarlet Spider brings the person to the hospital, the Park Plaza Hospital, and at the Houston Medical Center. And the guy describes the killer basically as a monster that looked like the Scarlet Spider, which obviously Kane's like, well, it wasn't me, obviously. So then we go to the Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center, because it turns out Carnage, who ends up being the killer, isn't there because he wants the guy. He actually wants the guy's wife, who is, I guess, working on subatomic universes. So we go to her, and she's actually being interviewed currently, and then Carnage attacks her. Kane, or Scarlet Spider, intervenes, though, before he can kill her at the time, and they fight a little bit. During the fight, Carnage stabs Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider actually uses like kind of the claw thing he has. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a spike kind of, but you'll see it in the panel though. And he ends up getting electrocuted though by like an unknown foe. And he's like, what the hell is going on? He's like really confused and kind of pissed off right now. And he sees the tiny little people. That's pretty much the only way I can describe it. So then Carnage and Scarlet Spider have a brief fight, a little bit more, but Carnage seemingly wins that fight, and he and the tiny people go to something called the Prometheus Pit, which assumably has to do with the whole subatomic exploring. He throws a reporter in there. Now we have Cletus Cassidy, who jumps in there, and Scarlet Spider tries stopping him but doesn't get there in time. At that moment, though, Agent Venom appears. So that's where it pretty much ends off. Most likely they're going to have a brief fight. Maybe learn each other's connection to Spider-Man, which would be interesting. And it says to be continued in Scarlet Spider issue number 10, which I'm reading the Scarlet Spider series anyways, so sweet. Honestly, I'm glad they're doing a crossover like this with these two characters, because I love these characters. I love the character of Venom, and I've heard great things about Flash Thompson as Venom, and I love Scarlet Spider, even the Ben Reilly version, obviously. I gotta say, Kane as Scarlet Spider has been pretty great and entertaining. So let's get to the scores, I guess. For art 4, plot 4, writing 4, characters 4, enjoyment 9. I didn't have high expectations for this issue, honestly, because I'm kind of sick of crossovers. But I was pretty blown away, honestly. They did a great job. I really don't have any complaints, really. They did a great job to set up this whole storyline. Venom and Scarlet Spider with each other going up against Carnage. That's great. I'm happy Spider-Man's not involved, honestly, because he's in everything else anyways, and it just confused everything. So Chris Yost did a great job. So did Colin Bunn. They're the writers of this issue. And also the pencils. Lan Medina, great job as well. And also all the inkers, the colors, the cover artists. They all did a great job. I'm really proud of this issue. And I'm happy to say that I have another Marvel issue now to read. And who knows, maybe I'll get interested in the new Venom comic now, because this will end up going to the Venom comic, obviously. And also Venom's going to Philadelphia soon, so that's also very interesting. So I'm happy to see these characters not only leaving New York and getting their own city, but also being in a, so far and hopefully in the future, well-written comic. So it's about 83% overall. This is Hybrid. Please subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys later.